JesmondLocal spent the day with the Northeast Visually Impaired Tennis Club and took part in a training session at the Northumberland Club in Jesmond. The club offers visually impaired residents of Jesmond and elsewhere the chance to have fun and play tennis with adapted equipment. We spoke to Graham Manuel about his role as manager of the Northumberland Club and chairman of the tennis club.
So, Graham, how did you first become involved with the tennis club?
I've been working here for about 20 years. I'm now the manager of the Northumberland Club, but in August of last year I went along to an open day in Exhibition Park, which was part of the Newcastle Fair, where I met Wendy Glasper, who runs the Northeast Visually Impaired Tennis Club, and I was kind of just overwhelmed by kind of the spirit and the attitude and the determination of all the visually impaired players, and then I wanted to get involved here.
Could you just explain how the equipment works with regards to the visually impaired?
Real difference is that they use a sound ball, which is like a large foam tennis ball that has a rattle inside it, so they can actually hear the ball bouncing and moving through the air. Apart from that, they play on a tennis court with a tennis net at the same height. They play from the service line as opposed to the baseline in tennis, and the rules are very similar. The difference is that visually impaired players, if they've got some sight, can allow the ball to bounce twice, and if they've got no sight or very little sight, they can have 3 bounces of the ball. But it works very well, and sighted players can integrate with the sport. They only get 1 bounce and no volleys, and it makes it a very fair sport, as you found out earlier.
And so he did. Our own JesmondLocal reporter, David Naylor, challenged a few club members to a tennis match and played against Wendy Glasper, one of the club's most awarded members.
What benefits do you feel that yourself and other members of the club gain from being part of it?
Well, tennis not just gives you, like on court, it gives you a lot of mobility skills. Because all we have to be aware of is where the tennis net is, and if we're playing doubles, another partner. So like for somebody who can't see at all, it gives you they can actually run around without knowing they're going to fall over something. And it also gives you that social, because like it's not just about tennis, it's about making new friends, and also even just getting from home to the venue, it might be quite hard. You might have to get buses or trains, and if you can't see at all, that might be a bit more harder.